Hello everyone and welcome to our 16th playthrough ever. I am Ed, and I will be your host, and today we're doing Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, the cutest thing since cat suits were introduced in Super Mario 3D World. Speaking of which, this game is by the same team led by the legendary Shigeru Miyamoto of Nintendo's Tokyo team. That brought you such great titles as Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario 3D Land, and I believe Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Now, our adventure begins by collecting our very first Power Star and setting forth into adventure. So the little captain's big adventure begins with the kidnapping of his friend Toadette and the stealing of our very first Power Star by the giant bird-like creature known as Wingo. We don't actually know his name is Wingo, but it is, trust me, they don't say it in-game, but it is. As we go into Plucky Pass Beginnings, our very first level. Now, Captain Toad is an interesting game. It's sort of it's a platforming game, but it's a puzzle platforming game, and the caveat is that you can't jump. Yes, well, the captain is very inept. He doesn't have a lot of abilities, and the most well-known one in Mario games being the ability to jump. His abilities include, and I will show you right now, well, he can pluck things from the ground, but he can also zoom in and turn on and off his headgear there. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. But don't worry, that's exactly enough. That's exactly what you need to complete every single level of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker as we pluck some turnips from the ground, and, well, we can use these to kill enemies, but in this case we use it to solve that POW block puzzle to collect the Super Gem. Yes, because we're playing a Mario game and every single item in here must be called Super something and must have eyes as well. I don't mind though, I'm used to those kinds of things. I think they're really cute, and Nintendo is one of those companies that can bring out the boyish joys in me that others can't. Anyway, so inside this pluck patch here, which is what they call these things that you pull from the ground, is our very first power-up, the Super Pickaxe. The Super Pickaxe allows you to break certain blocks and automatically pluck the plucking patches from the ground like that. Make sure that when you pluck it, you at least break this block where I'm standing right now, because behind it, right here, there's a lot of perspective puzzles, by the way, is our very first golden mushroom that gives you 50 coins, but more importantly, it is our secondary objective for this level. Well, it's mostly our third objective, but I'm gonna call it the secondary objective because it sounds better, I suppose. Anyways, our first objective is always going to be collect the Power Star over there. You can see it on top of the screen. Our secondary is going to be collect the 3 Super Gems hidden in each level. We've collected 2 already. I hope you paid attention to where I found them. And our third is optional. I guess, well, the gems are optional as well. You need them to purchase other levels, but that's more important for later. But it'll vary, the third objective. And in this case, it is collect that gold mushroom that we did. So we come here close to our brigade members. This is a Toad Brigade. We're the leader, by the way. And the blue Toad will, as far as I can tell, always give you a Super Gem. When you find him in a level, always go close to him, because he'll reveal one for you. And if you see his other Toad Brigade members, one of them is avidly studying a map, and the other one is taking a nap. If you come close to it, you will also take a nap. How cute is that? I love this game. I love you, game. I've actually not beaten the game myself in my own time. I'm working on that, but I made an exception, and I started playing it even though I hadn't finished it yet, just because it's so amazing, and I wanted to show you how cool I think it is, how much I like it. I want you to enjoy it as much as I do, and if you can, pick this up. This is my recommendation for 2014's holiday season, even though it's already passed. Anyways, so If you see we got a little crown stamp on this page right here, that means that we've 100% completed this level, which is great. I'm gonna be trying to do that for every single level in the game. I'm not gonna be doing everything that it's possible in the game, but I will be doing most of them. Anyways, let's begin our second level here, but before we do, if you notice, once we finish the level, the third objective, grab the gold mushroom, became available. That's because when you start a level for the first time, you don't know what the secondary objective is, but once you beat it, it becomes available. Basically, it's the game wanting you to replay levels over and over. Luckily, I am smart enough to take notes, and I have notes right here, and I know exactly what the objectives are, and you don't have to watch me do levels twice. Well, for the most part. Anyways, the secondary objective for this level is not breaking this bridge right in front of me. If we went forward, the bridge would break, we wouldn't be able to get that super gem, and we wouldn't certainly be able to get to the power star very quickly. So we're not going to do that, we're not going to break the bridge, and we're going to jump down here. Now in the water, there's some coins we can collect. I guess we could collect them, why not? When you reach 100, you get an extra life. I mean, that's commonplace in Mario games. Let's pluck some turnips here and use them to hit this this guy that looks like a thwomp. Now, Captain Toad is sort of like Mario in the aspect that if you get hit, you don't die right away. You only become smaller. Captain Toad apparently shares that ability with Mario, but that's pretty much it, because aside from that, he can't really do much. I guess we can sprint, but that was me sprinting, if you couldn't tell. Yeah, the good captain. Yeah, that's a mushroom that we eat, which isn't really cannibalism for some reason in the Mario universe. Having toads eat their own offspring, or at least mushrooms of similar fashion. We can become big again. I guess we can regain our stature if we, for some reason, have taken damage in the level. Have you played Mario games before? You know what those do. Anyways, we've collected already 2 of the super gems needed to complete the level. One of the complaints I have about this game, I don't have a lot so far, but one of them is that the camera is never really perfect. If you've noticed, we're playing in sort of a diorama style level. It's a small cube type level, and the camera is never, in my opinion, positioned perfectly, or sometimes it isn't positioned perfectly, right? Like right here. I'd love it to be close enough that I could see my Toad a little better, but not as close as this, because I can't see my surroundings very well. Anyways, we use the turnips to sort of freeze these thwomp-looking things in place, and we reach the power star, our second power star. Course clear, yay! Didn't destroy the bridge, completed, alright. Another stage completed, as we move forward to our third one. Touchstone Trouble. Now this one is interesting. This one borrows certain mechanics from Super Mario 3D World. On the touchscreen on the controller, you can use it to move the pinkish and the bluish parts of levels around to be able to reach certain areas that you couldn't before. Now, this level is special in the sense that I just fucked it up. As I was saying, this level is special in the sense that you can, there we go, cool, we got the key without actually throwing it overboard. Anyways, it's special because we can't complete our secondary objective while also collecting all the gems. The reason for that is because the objective for this level, the third objective, is to complete the level in 3 moves, like only touching the screen 3 times. And in order to collect all the gems, we need to touch it a lot more than that. So, we're gonna do just that and unlock this door right here, where our third, I believe, gem is located. Alright, so only 1 gem to go. And that gem is somewhere that I don't quite remember, but that's fine, because we'll find it quickly, don't worry. See, it's right there. I can see it. I'm smart. Alright, pull it up, collect the first gem, and we're done. Now we just need to find the exit to the level, which is actually rather easy. Just to walk up to here, touch the blue panel, and collect the power star. This is one of the few levels I'm gonna have to actually show you twice. But don't worry, this one takes like 10 seconds to complete to get the cleared course in 3 touches objective done. So let's go back in, as soon as the game lets me. The game takes a little time to load each level before it allows you to press the A button. So in order to complete this, what you do is you press the pink one once, you go to the blue one, you touch it once, and then you go over here, you touch the blue one again, and you collect the power star. There you go, that's the objective complete. Pretty easy. There we go. Level complete. On to the next one. Mushroom Mesa. I don't know what a mesa is, actually. Well, I do know, I think. I think it's sort of like a plateau, isn't it? So our third objective for this level, or special objective sounds a little better, is defeat all enemies. These birds will try to stomp you if you go under them. If you go in here, you can't really collect that gem because those 2 rooms aren't connected. But if you go back here, turn around, there's our first super gem. Also, this game is a lot about perspective, like changing perspective helps a lot. Go down here, collect all of these stacks of coins, pluck this, pluck patch, is that it? Yeah. Pluck it and then proceed. Need to touch this, bring it up. This is the game teaching, ooh, that was a bad idea. I don't think I might still be able to complete this level, even though I wasted 1 turnip. That's fine. There we go. All right, that's our second gem. I shouldn't press A as overzealously as I do when I pluck things from the ground. So we make it come down, we throw the turnip at it, and that's it. Even Toad goes, yeah! That's more like, yeah! I don't know, I can't really do a good Toad. My voice is too deep, sorry. Anyways, let's go down here. We can use our touchscreen to move these platforms around, bring them up. This is it. This is me solving the puzzle. A little bit of trial and error. Here's our second enemy. He'll sort of home in on you. He won't just bash underneath him. He'll home in on you. There you go, like this. Now we kill him. And that's our special objective complete. 1 extra life too. Cool. So, to get the last gem, it took me a while the first time. To get the last gem, what you need to do is you need to stand here, pull this platform up, then go in. See what I mean when I say this game is a lot about perspective. Go in, you couldn't see this very well before, and then go down, and you will be apt to come down here to this secret room and collect that. Pretty cool. Let's go back up. Bring it down again. Climb on top of it, go up again, and collect our power star. There we go. I grew up with these types, well, not really these types of games. I grew up with not only platforming games, mostly not Mario games, more like Sonic games. I did play some Mario games while growing up, but not the ones, oh, here's a quick tip. Not the ones that most people do, like, say, the main Super Mario titles on Nintendo and Super Nintendo. As we see that Wingo is going towards a volcano. It's called Pyro Puff Peak, by the way. And this chapter is named The Chase to Pyro Puff Peak. Double Cherry Palace. But yeah, I grew more with Zelda titles, but I also grew with graphic adventures. Games that made you think. And I like those sorts of games. I don't know, it's just, there's a certain satisfaction that comes from solving puzzles yourself and not having to look them up. You know, you feel smart, right? So the second objective for this level is, I don't know if you've noticed, but we've collected a Double Cherry. Double Cherry is a power-up that was introduced in, I believe, Super Mario 3D World. And we're gonna try to cut off this this running plucking patch here, as he gives us our very first super gem. What was I saying? I forgot. Oh yeah, the Double Cherry. The Double Cherry was introduced in Super Mario 3D World. And it multiplies your characters, and I'm controlling them both at the same time. It's a little hard to do this, but it brings about some interesting puzzles that you can that you need to solve, such as like how do you get to places or put both Toads where you need them to be exactly to solve certain puzzles. And I'm collecting and unplucking every one of these pluck patches because the secondary objective for this level is actually to collect 70 coins. And collecting 70 coins is harder than you might think. Why is that? Well, because 70 coins is all the coins in the level, so you're gonna have to collect every single one. There we go, we've managed to stomp on both P-switches. Not to be confused with pull switches, which is a different type of switch that you pull, sort of like plucking them off the ground. Don't forget, collect all the coins. It's a little hard to miss these coins because they sort of form a path for you. And you can still jump on it, well, not jump on enemies really, because you can't really jump, but you can fall on enemies and defeat them. And the cool thing is that there's this sort of stealth mechanic associated with Captain Toad. Enemies don't see you if you run behind them, and Miyamoto picked Shy Guys specifically because they had masks. And let's scare this pluck patch away into the next room so that our Toad over here can collect it. I cannot see very well, but the plucking patch will move left and right, so you can scare it from one room to the other and end up collecting it with your main Toad or your secondary Toad, whichever one it is, because I'm confused now. I don't know which one is the first one and which one is the clone. Alright, so we step on this switch, and we bring this Toad out, stomp on that one, bring this Toad to the other level, stand on both P-switches if we can. You should have 40 coins at this point. Why? Because we're going to collect a few more. You need both Toads, by the way. Don't forget one Toad behind. You could forget one at this point. Don't. Just bring them both here. You'll see why later in a second. You should have 60 coins at the end of this. Yes, because when we go up, well, we actually need 2 Toads, so you couldn't really leave him behind. When you bring both Toads over here, one of them will turn into 10 coins, and we will have the 70 coins, which is the requirement for the special objective. Alright, collected 70 coins.